Hello everyone, Denise here. Today I wanted to talk to you a bit about some additions that you can hold together with your yarn, because if you're not aware, products like this in front of you, the loops and threads, the fluffy flecks, this is just polyester yarn held with another strand of yarn that is decorative. And with the fluffier yarns, it hides the yarn really well. Let me pull the end out here. So this yarn is obviously already blended with this, but it is two different strands of yarn, just like that. Tiny little strand that goes with it that is a thread, and it's just twisted around here. So a lot of yarn companies sell these extra threads that you can hold along with your project to enhance it. Premier has one that has a ton of colors now, and I really need to get some of that. They have some beautiful neutral tones. It's called Trinket. It's not new, but they do have new colors. And then the ones that I picked up, so I have picked up some from Temu a long time ago, probably a year ago plus. I picked up some and it was all very light, beautiful colors. Ooh, I loved it. I do think I can get it cheaper here in the States now that everything has changed, and I did pick up some from Hobbii. So Hobbii sells Candy Pop. This is their pastel, and this is the rainbow one. This is just like Fluffy Flecks, but the flecks are larger in this. They will show up better than the Fluffy Flecks from Loops and Threads. This can be used with any yarn that you own, any at all. So I highly recommend that. Trinket seems to be right around the same price. But like I said, Trinket has very beautiful colors, and I really would like to get some of them because I think they would go great even in wearables for me, and I am a grown woman. Not to say that you can't wear them as a grown woman, but me, for my taste, wearing things like a neutral palette would be great for me, and they do sell those in Trinket now. But today we're going to make a Pop-Tart blanket. You've seen Pop-Tart plushies that people sell at craft fairs and whatnot. I thought it'd be fun to make a blanket. And I did not have enough of the Fluffy Flecks to do one. I have 2 white Fluffy Flecks and 1 yellow. That's not enough, at least a sizable one anyway. And my goal is to make each of our grandchildren a Pop-Tart blanket, because I just thought that was super fun. So we are going to use one of the Candy Pops here and some chenille from the Stash Goals bags that you can get at Premier. There's 2 of these for $6, and it is 400 and something yards. It's a great deal. And the yarn, oh my gosh, guys, this yarn is like the softest, velvetiest, wonderful yarn. I love this stuff so much. So I'm going to show you how to make this with the white and the rainbow color here. And then I'll pop in a blanket here that I've been working on with the pink from the Stash Goals. It's a bright, pretty pink, and I thought that would be great for the girls. And then the white Pop-Tart for the boys. The pink one I'm using the pastel Candy Pop with so that it goes better together. The edging of it I'm doing in a tan from the Stash Goals. That's going to be the Pop-Tart part. So let's start with the white and the candy. You use whatever yarn you want. If you don't want to make a Pop-Tart blanket using this type of yarn, you can use any variegated yarn that you like. Maybe it's neons and you don't know what to put with it. Throw it with some chenille and it will calm down the brightness, but also leave it showing through, and it is still very beautiful. I've done that with hats before. I have a whole video on the stash goals. I will link that below and you can check that out. It has been $6 for 2 of these big plush, beautiful, wonderful, wonderful yarns. Oh my gosh, I love these so much. Candy Pop is from Hobbii. Now, like I said, Premier has Trinket and I want some of that, but I don't have it. I don't have it yet. And I want to show you the blanket. So this is Candy Pop. It's 78% polyamide and 22% polyester. It's 50 grams, 1.75 ounces, 290 meters. It's 317 yards. So this is going to stretch a really good way for you. Calls for a 2.5 millimeter hook, but I'm combining it with this, so I'm using a much larger hook. But I really enjoy working with it. It is fun. It's fine. It's a fine, you know, it's a tiny weight. It's a 0 lace weight. So it's not going to add anything to, it's not going to add too much bulk to your project. You're not going to notice it. It's not going to be like adding 2 chenilles. See how the color just rainbow changes all the way up. I love this stuff. I love it. And I'm actually not sad they discontinued the fluffy flecks because I don't love the feel of the fluffy flecks, but I do love the flecks. And this is either a Divit Shilp or an Omi hook. I believe it's Divit Shilp. Beautiful hook. Absolutely gorgeous. Very, very nice. They're on Amazon. I can give you an affiliate link to them below, no matter what one they are, because I'm an affiliate on Amazon. So just putting that aside, sometimes this gets a little tangled. Just gently pull on it and it will be fine. So the chenille yarn is beautiful, fluffy white, and it's going to hide, sort of, some of those threads for the flecks so that you don't notice them as well. But you'll still notice them. You notice them on the fluffy flecks anyway. So it's not offensive. But it's not like the yarn is dyed, right? Because it's not. This is held together. So since I'm using a chenille yarn, and this is a 7 millimeter, by the way, since I'm using a chenille yarn, I will be doing a single crochet. Doing a slip knot around my finger, poking through, pulling it tight, both strands, and putting it on my hook. And then chain as many as you want your blanket to be wide. This is the frosting part. So if you're making the Pop-Tart version like I'm showing you, please keep in mind that you'll have the Pop-Tart crust on the outside. And I'm not counting, I am just chaining. I'll tell you how long my chain is once I'm done, but you can tell I'm just holding the Candy Pop next to the chenille yarn and acting like it's one, pretending like it's one, because that's how we're using it. Just make sure that when you're working up your project, don't forget to make sure you always have both strands. Because if you don't, you're going to have to go back to where you ended up. That's a good size for a baby blanket, a baby doll blanket. See how pretty it is already? Okay, 14 inches. With however many I chained, I was not paying attention, and it does not matter. But that is good, and I'm gonna go ahead and show you how the frosting is made. Very, very easy. So not the first chain here, but the second chain from your hook, you're gonna do a single crochet, making sure you have both strands of your yarn around your hook as you make your stitches. You're going to work a single crochet in each stitch all the way down. The reason I'm not doing any other stitch is because the chenille yarn will lose any stitch definition that I have So there's really no point. And the other thing is, if you do half double crochet could be all right, but double crochets in general, when you're using softer yarns like this, they tend to what they call worm, and it will start puckering here and there in your project, especially after you wash. And then you'll have to go manually adjust all of that, and it's just not really worth it. So yeah, it's a single crochet all the way across the row. This is the easiest blanket ever. So if you're a brand new beginner, welcome to your first blanket. If you haven't made one already. Pop-Tart blanket, so yummy, so cool, so cute. I love it. So my goal, and I know my grandchildren aren't watching, is to make each of my grandchildren a Pop-Tart blanket. Now, they will not be done by the time you see this tutorial, but that is why I'm bringing you the baby doll version, because I cannot make 5 blankets and then show them to you in a timely manner. So the baby doll blanket is for one of our granddaughters. I'll probably do the other one in pink. I don't know, we'll see. I do have more white chenille than I do pink. Not that I can't buy more, because heck yes, I can buy more. And I could buy trinket while I'm at it. Isn't it so pretty though? Just look at it. And yes, you can go buy Honey Bunny. Honey Bunny is just like Fluffy Flecks. You can go buy whatever other yarn that is out there that has the flecks in it. But this will help you use up stash you already have and yarn colors you already love because you already own them. It is so beautiful. I love it. Just make sure that you keep your tension good. Chain 1, turn your work in your first stitch with your chain 1, the same spot as your chain 1, single crochet, and continue on. Single crochet in each stitch. That's it. Oops, see, I missed my green, so now I gotta pull back. Make sure I get that on the hook. There we go. Always make sure you're getting both, or you have to pull back. And that's just part of the process when you're doing 2 strands of any yarn. So each row, you are going to get to the end of your row, you're going to chain 1, you're going to turn your work, and you are going to put a single crochet in the same space as your chain 1, and in each stitch all the way across. And then you're going to repeat that over and over and over. Yes, this is the easiest blanket in the history of blankets. When you get to the length of your blanket that you want, come back to me. Pause the video, come back to me, go watch something else and come back to me. And I'll show you how to do the Pop-Tart edging. So I'm going to keep working on mine. Trying to think of how long I'm going to make mine. I think her baby doll is around 14 inches tall. So I'll probably go up 10. I don't know. I want it to be a rectangle. So I'm going to go longer than this is. So I'll probably go, what, 16? Because this is 14-ish. So I'll probably go 16. Which will be a lot, mind you. But it will be so cute. And then I'll come back to you to show you the Pop-Tart edge. See you in a bit. Okay, I have my frosting completed. This is 14 inches long. I did not go 16. I thought that would look weird. Maybe not, but that was just me in my brain when I was working. So I went 14 inches in length. The width ended up being a little over 12, like 12 and 3/4. So it is longer than it is wide, and that was my goal. That was all. There's nothing specific to it unless you want to make blankets of the same size. Then just note how many you're chaining and how many rows and stuff you're doing. I did not count my rows. I'm just going by length. So mine is 14 inches right now. Now we have to do the edging. So I'm going to grab the tan and start on that. These are really great for the larger yarns. If you are not aware of them, I will link, I'll put a link in here for Amazon. They're really good for the larger yarns. You don't have to worry about getting through a little eye, and they poke through the thicker yarns really easily. So I'm going to weave in my ends and then we'll start the edge. Starting at whatever corner you want to start at, it does not matter. Just start in the corner stitch. Just by yarning over and then pulling through. I chain one when I do that. And then in each corner, make sure that you always put 3 single crochets. So starting with this corner, I'm going to do 1 single crochet, and then when I come back, I will do the other 2. It's always easier for me that way. You can put 3 in right away, but I just find it easier to do 2 when I come back around. So on the edges here, you're going to do a single crochet where it fits in comfortably. And you're pretty much going to do that all the way around the blanket. On the sides of your work, that's what I'm working here. 1 single crochet per row that you had done will work beautifully. Then once you get to each end, you'll already have stitches to go into there. It is as easy as that. I told you, this is the simplest blanket ever. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to work until I get to the next corner. I'll show you how to put 3 in the corner if that is new to you, and I'll explain why. So I'm just going to put a single crochet each row that I did, and I'll see you in a second. I'm at the corner stitch now, so I'm going to put 3 single crochets in that 1 stitch. 1 is for this side, 1 is for the corner, and 1 is for the next side that we're turning to. And now I'm going to keep going, putting a single crochet in each stitch on each side now. Then when I get back around to my beginning, I'm going to put 2 more single crochet in that, and then I'm going to slip stitch and decide if I want to do another round or not. So I'll see you in a minute. I'm back to the beginning, so I'm going to put 2 single crochets just like I said. Then I'm going to slip stitch over to that first one. I definitely think I need one more round of this, because I think it would look better with one more. I think it's okay. I just think it would look better with one more. So I'm going to go ahead and do one more, same exact way I did the first round. Chain 1 here. I'm going to put a single crochet in that same stitch that I just did. On the way back around, I'm going to put 2 in that. Now, if you want to mark that, you sure can with a stitch marker. I'm not going to. And then I'm going to do 1 single crochet in each single crochet all the way around the blanket like I did before I had this row done, or this round done. And then it'll just be a little extra. See? It just looks much better this much instead of this much. So I'm going to do it all over again, putting 3 single crochets in each corner, getting all the way back around here, putting 2 more single crochets in that first stitch, and then slip stitching. So I'll see you in a minute. Back around to the end of where I began, I'm just going to slip stitch and then cut the yarn and weave in the ends, and we'll come back and talk a bit. I bought this at Five Below. It was $3. Adorable. Simply adorable. I had one from Temu and it was not as cute. It was purple and the pink matches my decor better. They're also not sharp. And so I picked this one up. The other one's cute. I just like the pink better. So I think that was it. As far as ends, oh, here's one. And then it just goes back into its greenery. So cute. This is the one from Temu. And they could be child scissors, but they are pretty sharp. Not the ends, they don't point, but I guess it just depends on which one you think is cuter. But the pink matches my desk decor right now, so I'll probably keep that on my desk for a while. Anyway, blanket is done. It is completely reversible. I think this is just so charming and cute. I think our granddaughters are going to love them. When I make the larger sizes, I think our grandchildren are going to love them. I did say I was going to pop in my current project that I'm working on, which is the pink with the pastel-ish Hobbii colors of the candy pop. And this is it. Now this is going to be like, what, a cherry frosting? And then I'm going to use the tan for the outside as well. That is the Hobbii candy pop. And this is the chenille from the Stash Goals yarn, which it is my favorite, I think, by far for the chenille that I have used. As far as thickness and softness, it is the best of both worlds. It has minimal shedding once the end comes off. I mean, it does shed, but they all do. But it's not crazy with the shedding. It's a really good yarn. Highly, highly recommended if you use this kind of yarn, whether it's for the amigurumi or if you like to make quick blankets like I do. I think they had a cream color if you don't like this darker color for the Pop-Tart. I like to cook my Pop-Tarts. I like them goldeny, and so this is what I chose. But they do have cream, so if you like the non-cooked looking Pop-Tart, it is incredibly soft and wonderful. So I'll link everything below. If it's affiliate, I'll let you know if it's affiliate. Otherwise, it's just a link to get you there. Take care, everyone. I appreciate all of you. Until next time, guys. Bye.